On 2 tonight, we're hearing from an older couple viciously attacked in Irving Park, punched and kicked for no clear reason. The victims tell our Jermont Terry the attacker followed them from a CTA Blue Line station. Jermont.
I think it's clear what the reason is. And we all know it. It's the emboldenment of Sunmen. Just beating up elderly people. And this has always been going on, but now it's more brazen and it's more often. And I see the sisters got their little thing, we getting whacked out. Before it's all said and done, before 2022 was over, every group, you had the Crouching Tigers last year, even though they didn't say who was doing it. They just made it vague, like, yeah. But we covered it, and 99% of them were Sunmen. Before 2022 is out, everybody's going to have a movement or a hashtag. It is not getting out of control. It is out of control. And they don't have any, and I mean any cut cards. None. No cut cards. No red lines. Nothing. I'm a Sun man. Take it from me.
Only on 2 tonight, we're hearing from an older couple viciously attacked in Irving Park, punched and kicked for no clear reason. The victims tell our Jermont Terry the attacker followed them from a CTA Blue Line station. Jermont.
Erica, let's be clear. It was daylight. We're talking 3:30 in the afternoon when this husband and wife, who are both 72 years old, were targeted. Now, this was just so random on this corner. Their attacker did not steal anything except their peace of mind.
Yeah, we needed more parking.
You can still see the bruises to Bob Tateran's face. He and his wife, Catherine, are still recovering following a walk home in Irving Park that left him bloody and with a broken nose.
We're city people. We take the blue line as much as we can.
Bob says at 3 in the afternoon last week, when they got to the Irving Park platform, he realized someone was right behind them.
Now think about how they felt. Knowing that someone was following them. Someone. Just the nameless, faceless person. And you hear the mainstream media is all about its stereotypes. Some men are being profiled. It's not what you think. The fact that they're able to float that during this time, this crime wave, and y'all got, and listen, even the hardest thugs, they got grandmothers, aunties, kids that don't live in the house with them. Even the hardest thugs want police around for those members of their family. Now, they may be on some tough guy stuff, or I handle it. Somebody come with me, I got the, I keep the sticks on me, But they want somebody to protect their family members, their vulnerable family members who they're not around all the time. The only people who are for the policies that put elderly people, elderly people can't even walk from the train anymore. Put elderly people in danger. The only people in favor of those policies are sisters and pasty liberals.
We're city people. We take the blue line as much as we can.
Bob says at 3 in the afternoon last week, when they got to the Irving Park platform, he realized someone was right behind them.
Trying to squeeze into the turnstile with her.
And when they came down the platform, he says the man did not let up.
4 feet away from us.
The 72-year-olds decided to cross the street. And when they got to the intersection of Avondale and Irving Park, Bob turned around and asked,
"Are you following us?" And he mumbled something.
The next thing the couple knows, the man started swinging.
He hit her left, right, left, right.
That's when the man turned his aggression Bob's way.
Then he clocked me. The same procedure, only me, I would say 6, 7, 8 times to the head.
Realizing this man wasn't going to stop, Bob came up with a sob story about his wife's health to defuse the attack.
Well, at least this attacker had a human side, man. He was able to be cajoled, convinced to leave these elderly people after he'd beaten the crap out of the elderly woman and the elderly man. So this is one of the good ones, sisters. Sisters, not all of them. You're right, sister. Not all of them, man. This is one of the good ones, man. Make sure you send this to all the. Send this to. Send this to Cynthia G and Divested Zealot. Send this to all those sisters. Tell them this is one of the good ones, man.
He clocked me. The same procedure, only me, I would say 6, 7, 8 times to the head.
Realizing this man wasn't going to stop, Bob came up with a sob story about his wife's health to defuse the attack.
I yelled out, "My wife, she's really sick. She's got cancer." He turned and walked away.
Did you catch it? I'm going to let you see it. I'm going to let you hear it again and see if you catch it.
I yelled out, "My wife, she's really sick. She's got cancer." He turned and walked away.
Did you catch it? All right. In this country where some men are being hunted, and it's a 24-hour assault on them by the police, just killing them everywhere they look. You can't even, as LeBron James said, you can't even step on your doorstep without being hunted and killed, right? If you're Sunman. This one attacked 2 elderly glacier gliders in the middle of the street and then just turned and walked away. Not run, not whisk, walked away. Whew. That's some grade A emboldening. That's some top notch. It's on like popcorn, community. He just walked away. Like, ain't nothing big. Just 2 battered and bruised glacier glider senior citizens.
Turned and walked away.
And while his wife does not have cancer, the daytime attack left her needing 2 surgeries to deal with 2 broken wrists and a broken jaw. Unable to open her mouth, she can only eat liquids. While the attack leaves them shaken, Bob says they're not going to be scared to keep living.
Don't let them win. Don't let the bad guy win.
Well, Bob, the game is over, man. Game's over, man. I'm a Sun man. Game's over, man. They just kneeling on the ball, man. They running out the clock, man. It's like a basketball game. You foul, they keep fouling. The other team up by 30, and the team that's losing keeps fouling. You foul them, try to get the ball back. Bob, I'm a Sun man. It is over. They've won. You can't undo this, man. It's the average Sun man feels like he's 10 feet tall and made out of titanium steel. It's nothing you can do about it, man. The effect of the summer of Floyd and the Blackistanian spring. And unfortunately, they're not like good guys. So they're not like, you're going to use these superhero powers that they feel for anything good. They're going to use it to like beat up senior citizens, kill women. It's over.
While the attack leaves them shaken, Bob says they're not going to be scared to keep living.
Don't let them win. Don't let the bad guy win.
Now, you did not see Bob's wife in this story. That's because she is so badly bruised and actually still a little ashamed by how she looks. But I can tell you one thing, her loving husband will be there affirming his love for her as all of that swelling goes down. As for CPD, no arrest yet in this case. Reporting live in Irving Park, Jermont Terry. Brad, back to you.
Jermont, our thanks tonight. There's no way to sugarcoat this next story or the reality of the random violence we are seeing across the tri-state. The best advice, be aware.
Yeah, case in point tonight, cops at Newark.
Best advice, be aware. They can't save you, man. And this is New York, where the mayor was all tough talking and, man, I'm just like, man. What you gonna do? Propose some legislation that goes tough on crime and be called a racist and commit political harikari? And have sisters marching outside of your building, outside of your office? Sisters dragging you online on social media, Twitter and TikTok, about how you a racist? You can't get no help from your politicians, man. You want to form a vigilante group like they did in New York to walk these people home from the train stations? You know how many train stations there are in New York? Hundreds.
Way to sugarcoat this next story or the reality of the random violence we are seeing across the tri-state. The best advice, be aware.
Yeah, case in point tonight, cops at Newark looking for the skateboarder attacker who punched a 73-year-old man who was walking with his wife Friday morning. Hit out of nowhere, the man knocked unconscious.
Now, the victim's daughter, scared, but talking about the insanity of this violence. Here's Anthony Johnson.
This is the man police say is responsible for attacking a 73-year-old in broad daylight. The whole horrifying incident caught on camera as the suspect gets off a skateboard and walks up behind the unsuspecting victim and strikes him on the head, leaving him unconscious on the sidewalk. The victim's daughter rushed to the scene and thought the very worst.
This was my father, but could be somebody else. Could be somebody else. And we have to do something to stop this crime because we cannot live like this.
Now her mother and father are afraid to go outside.
You know, in this area, we think it's safe, but it's not. They don't want to leave the house anymore. They're so scared.
Her father is home from the hospital, but has no recollection of this brutal assault.
When he woke up, he just keep asking what happened to him because he doesn't remember anything what happened.
Her father and mother walk this way all the time and have lived peacefully in this ironbound neighborhood for 30 years.
So if they've lived peacefully there, this is probably not a very sunny neighborhood. Okay. As you see, I was right. So they've lived peacefully for 30 years in this ironbound neighborhood. The demographics there are 56.46% gliders, 4.68% Sunmen. And then, all the other races. The city of Newark, though, the entire city, is 24% gliders and 50% Sun people. 50. So these people had a little enclave where they could live safely. They could take walk down the street. And like I tell you guys all the time, they're everywhere. Okay? They're everywhere now.
When he woke up, he just keep asking what happened to him because he doesn't remember anything what happened.
Her father and mother walk this way all the time and have lived peacefully in this iron-bound neighborhood for 30 years.
I feel sick, very sad, and I don't know what to say because
The father had just turned 73 the day before the attack, and all of his feelings about safety have now been shattered.
I have no doubt that the Newark Police Department will find this individual. I have no doubt that the community will come and band together and help the police department find this individual.
Investigators have been working on this case around the clock, but so far they have not made any arrests. But they say if you recognize the person in those photos, please give Newark Police a call.